Like most little boys, I dreamt of one day becoming a superhero. But then I grew up and realized I didn't quite have it in me. But there are people out there who truly believe they have special powers. People whose astonishing claims defy the laws of conventional science.
The scientists, they don't know what is the connection between mind and matter.
It's like the equivalent of Clark Kent going into the phone booth, emerging as Superman.
So I'm traveling to the four corners of the earth to find the men and women revered by their cultures for their miraculous abilities.
It's been very few times where my jaw has literally fallen to my knees.
I'm going to stand face to face with these real-life incredibles.
Oh my God. Are you magnetic all the time?
Whoa! I want to discover what we can learn from them.
What the fuck? Can I try some telekinesis on you?
Oh! Could we be superhuman too? In this episode, I'm looking for people who can perform miraculous feats using nothing but the power of their minds.
Holy sherbet.
We've all heard of mind over matter, but these superhumans claim they can focus their minds to fight off attackers, make themselves invulnerable to pain,
Seriously?
and can even cure disease.
It's gone. Completely gone. That's absolutely incredible.
Their claims fly in the face of conventional science, but I want to know if there's any truth behind them. Are they really able to harness parts of the brain that the rest of us don't even know exist?
For thousands of years, people have put their faith in unseen powers, in the myths of healers and sorcerers and the like. I mean, even today you hear these rumors of shape-shifting shamans and healers who can cure cancer, and my personal favorite, levitating monks. These things seem unbelievable to us. Are there really people out there with the key to mind power?
In the East, such miraculous skills aren't regarded as unbelievable. In Bali, every village has its own shaman like we have GPs. For thousands of years, shamans are believed to have channeled the spirit world and used mind power to heal people.
The person I'm here to meet is the most powerful shaman in Bali, which, considering Bali is one of the shaman capitals of the world, puts him in line to be one of the most powerful shamans worldwide.
Nama saya I Gusti Ngurah Harta di Bali, karena magic itu adalah bagian dari tradisi dan kehidupan masyarakat di Bali.
The idea that shaman can control unseen forces goes unquestioned here. Even high-profile politicians and businessmen seek out their help.
Kita bisa memprotek diri dengan kekuatan saudara Empat, dengan kadang Empat, terutama dalam persoalan magic.
Like most Balinese, my translator Wayan knows all about this famous mystic.
Ngurah Arta is known throughout Bali as the king of black magic, meaning there's like invisible power involved in it. You have the sixth sense. When you have that sixth sense, you are invulnerable with anything that is sharp object, snakes, poisons, or black magic attack and things like that.
Could you make me invulnerable to sharp objects?
That works for everyone.
I'm no great believer in magic, but if this shaman can make me invulnerable to pain, this trick would certainly be worthwhile. My journey to Harta's compound takes me to the suburbs of Denpasar.
Is this his house? Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. Yeah, I've never met a shaman before. I have no idea what to expect, if I'm honest. Hi. Hello, very nice to meet you.
At first, it looks like Harta's students are laying on some welcome drinks, but this is all part of their training. Bottle opening the hard way. And for someone who claims to be invulnerable to attack, I can't help but notice Harta seems to take security pretty seriously.
That's ominous. I think I'll pretend I didn't see that. Hope I'm not going to be dodging bullets.
Then I spot the man I came to meet. There's not exactly a warm welcome, but I won't hold it against him. For now, I'm still playing the role of honored guest. Apparently, these young men are genuinely trying to hurt each other. But according to them, their psychic training gives them an invisible protective shield. Maybe it helps if you believe, but to me this just looks like a choreographed performance. After a dubious first glimpse of shamanistic power, I've got some questions.
How are you?
Nora, very good. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. That
Ready?
was an extraordinary display. So is this all through mind power? It seems like they have an invisible force. Can anyone have access to that force?
Setiap orang bisa merasakan itu kalau melalui proses inisiasi.
Some people might watch that and think, you know, are they really trying to hurt each other? If I attacked one of these guys, would I be repelled? Could I not touch them?
Yang penting dia punya niat untuk mencelakai. Kalau kamu ingin seperti mereka, kamu harus diinisiasi.
Even without training, Nagura's determined to prove his claim and says he's going to make my body resistant to sharp objects.
Saya akan berikan Anda suatu inisiasi for you.
I become invulnerable.
Ya. Karena pikiran itu adalah suatu hal yang sangat berbahaya bagi kehidupan manusia.
It looks like ordinary drinking water to me.
Kekuatan spesial melalui mantra dan kekuatan pikiran.
And with all the flourish of a seasoned entertainer, Nagura shows me his razors sharp.
Oh my God. Hey, these are insured. Careful. Oh my God. What is he doing? Seriously. Oh yeah. Oh, really don't like. Scratch on you. You serious? I'm okay. Yeah. I just felt like that was like my worst nightmare. I seriously felt like he was like going to cut my face. So there's nothing there. Yeah? I'm okay?
Yeah, okay.
I thought that was my whole modeling career down the Swanee. Thanks. Thank you very much. I can't pretend I'm not pretty traumatized by that whole experience, to be honest. I'm a little, I mean, he cut my shirt, cut my hair, and then for him then to go at my face was absolutely terrifying. I was genuinely really frightened that something had gone horrendously wrong at that moment.
I came to see what Nagura Harta could actually do using the power of his mind. I'm left wondering, could he have just switched the razor blade and used the blunt side? How much of all this is showman and how much shaman?
If he really did put some kind of mantra on that water, and that's why I didn't get cut, then he is a miracle worker, you know. And I think I've glimpsed something extraordinary, but I can't say for sure. I really don't know for sure. So that's going to remain an unanswered question for now. A bit like the question of who's going to fix my shirt.
I'm traveling the world looking for men and women who claim to be able to harness parts of their minds to perform miracles. My experience with a razor blade in Bali left me skeptical about the shaman's powers. I'm looking for people with actual proof of what their mind power can do. Using the mind to heal is surrounded by controversy. And I can't help but ask myself whether vulnerable people are being exploited and given false hope, or whether there are people out there genuinely capable of healing.
There's these guys in the Philippines, they're called psychic surgeons, and they do this sort of surgery where they just use their bare hands and there's no anesthetic. And I'm just looking at one now. Oh, it's actually quite disgusting.
This man is Juan Lebo from the Philippines, a psychic surgeon who claims he operates using nothing but his hands and the focus of his mind. In this clip, Lebo is supposed to be purifying the blood of a man with multiple sclerosis.
What a mess.
But although this looks impressive, and people do say they've been cured by healers like Juan Lebo, Western medicine rejects these claims. If I'm going to find out if there's any possibility that healing with the mind might work, I need to visit a healer with a long list of devoted patients. So I'm heading to Romania, the home of a woman who it's said can cure cancer.
Hi.
Hi, salut.
You take me to this address?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Excellent. So here I am in one of the poorest countries in Europe, and yet on this back street in Bucharest is one of the world's most renowned healers. People travel for thousands of miles to see her and pin their hopes on her getting them better, and she's invited me here to her clinic today to watch her work.
Și cu prostată, și cu cancer, care s-au făcut bine.
Am fost diagnosticat parțial cu scleroză multiplă. Mâna lui Dumnezeu, recuperarea a fost destul de bună și este bună.
Rezultatele au fost excepționale, în sensul că acele formațiuni aproape că dispăruseră.
Doamna este miraculos.
Simt treaba asta, văd, dar nu pot să-i explic.
When I arrive, I'm not prepared for how many truly ill people there are in Zenaida's clinic. Despite the fact that she has no formal medical qualifications, many of them claim that Zenaida's treatment is working.
Am mers mai rău, în loc să merg să bine, am mers rău. Și de când am venit, odată am simțit o ameliorare.
Să sperăm că rezultatele vor fi concrete și la vedere.
S-a dezvoltat și vorbirea un pic mai mult decât înainte. Sunt progrese vizibile de la doamna Zenaida.
It's quite shocking coming in here. You do get the feeling that there's people here and this is their last hope. This is their last chance. You can really feel it. It's quite palpable.
The people here are desperate for a cure and have turned to Zenaida after they've lost faith in conventional medicine.
Thanks.
She's certainly offering hope and only accepts donations for her treatments. But can Zenaida actually heal people?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Zenaida, domnul a venit, eu când l-am văzut, am întrebat ce se întâmplă, pentru că o să uit scările. Eu m-am speriat că nu putea să respire. Doctorul a spus că nu mai are nicio soluție.
Am o credință extraordinară și am o voință de viață. Vreau să mai trăiesc și eu.
Zice, Zinaida, vin la tine că nu vreau să mor, vreau să mai trăiesc. Și atunci când mi-au spus așa, eu tot timpul plâng. Când oamenii îmi spun așa, eu sunt pentru oameni trup și suflet.
Zinaida says she channels healing energy from her mind through her hands.
How does that feel when she does that?
Noaptea, niște mâncărimi, ceva de groază și dureri, și dădeam cu degetele până rupeam pielea, că nu dădeam seama.
Dânsul foarte repede au mers.
She says she can detect where the illness is in a patient's body and channel her power directly to it.
Zinaida, you seem to be concentrating on Ivu's stomach there. What's he got wrong with him?
Vreau să spun că el a venit când a venit cu tomograful și a spus că are cancer la colon și eu, doamna Zinaida, am venit la dumneavoastră, vreau să mă ajutați, nu vreau să mă operez și atunci am zis, încercăm. Am încercat cu el, cred că am făcut o lună de zile și atunci el s-a dus acolo, a făcut și a venit din nou cu analizele. Zinaida și este bine.
It's gone? Completely gone?
Da.
How can you eliminate cancer like that? To most people, that just sounds, I mean, it's miraculous.
Eu singur nu știu.
I'm wondering if the real power here is in the mind of the patients. Some medical professionals accept that mental attitude can have a real effect on recovery. So maybe these bizarre treatments really are helping in some cases.
I think what we're seeing is really simple. It's the power of the mind. It's Zinaida's skill and her energy and her enthusiasm combined with the patient's absolute desire to get better.
Zinaida's invited me round for dinner. And as I travel to her house, I start to wonder whether it's always a good thing that she's giving patients hope. Maybe falsely.
Oh, can I clear a space for you? Aha! And when you said you had a bottle of wine, I didn't think you meant like a 10-liter bottle.
Zinaida's husband's been one of her greatest supporters for 20 years.
E periculos pentru cine nu este obișnuit să trăiască cu așa o femeie, pentru că nu poți să ai secrete față.
Then, just after dessert, he reveals another one of his wife's astonishing gifts. He tells me she has the power to make people levitate.
Will you maybe try it with me?
Da? Nu e frică? Nu e
Ca să
frică?
simtă.
You're going to show me tomorrow? Yeah.
Poate îl ridic și pe el dacă vrea.
I would love to. Noroc.
I can't believe my luck. Since I was a little boy, I've always hoped that levitation just might be possible. And now I'm being told I'm going to be levitated myself. It's the following morning, and I'm ready for liftoff.
I guess levitation is one of those great mythical things that you suspect someone has done at some point in history, or you hope they have, but you would never expect to see it. You ready to see me now?
Te rog frumos.
Shoes?
Da.
Okay.
Simte ceva, Florentina? Întreabă.
I do feel a little something in my stomach. I feel like there's something moving around in there. It's kind of like I've got wind. There's like bubbles shifting around in my stomach.
Da, îl pregătesc ca să-l ridic, știi?
Really?
Îl încarc acum.
Okay. I've gone very tingly, like pins and needles all over me.
Simte așa că îl trage puțin în sus?
I feel the desire in my body to lift up, but I don't feel that.
Acum o să încep mai mult să-l ridic.
Really willing my body upwards to take off. Feel like my hands want to lift off. It's like the strings attached to my wrists have gone up. There's a fractional levitation of my fingers.
But unfortunately, the rest of me is still firmly on the bed.
Do patients usually levitate first time, Zinaida?
Nu. Bine, e mai greu ca de la prima... Înțelegi?
Okay.
Sadly, my dreams of defying gravity will have to wait. But I'm still clinging to the hope that there's some truth to levitation.
Well, this guy's doing it. Can't see any wires anywhere. Is it a trick? Levitation. Myth or fact? Surely it's all in the mind.
Magicians rely on their audience to suspend disbelief, and maybe so do the shaman and healers I'm meeting. I'm booked on a night train to Holland. In the morning I've got an appointment with a man who, if his devotees are to be believed, might just change my life.
Good night.
I'm in Amsterdam to see a man who appears to have taken the power of the mind to the next level. And by the sounds of it, I might at last see something miraculous. Meet Bratzo, the divine gazer.
He looks brilliant. Peter Stringfellow of Healers.
His website tells me that amazing transformations can happen when people see him, and his gaze can be life-changing.
Here we go. A special music is played for the gazing, and Bratzo will take the stage to silently make the gazing for 5 to 8 minutes. As he gazes at us, we may gaze back at him. The session with him is no replacement to medical help or therapies which your doctor prescribed. Don't throw the pills away just yet, Granny.
Bratzo doesn't use his hands to heal or channel the spirits. He doesn't claim to do anything. But his many followers say his gaze has the power to heal people physically and emotionally. I'm going to see if his fans can help me understand what it is he actually does.
You feel is really powerful through his eyes. After he looks at you, you start to tumble.
We've been in 5 times today, last 5th time just now. And personally, I use the word zapped. I think I just got zapped there.
What is going on here? Am I about to be turned into one of these loyal followers by the power of Bratzo's gaze?
Absolutely stunned, the amount of people here. People come from miles around. Everybody knows that he doesn't claim to do anything, to be able to do anything. He doesn't claim any special powers, he doesn't claim to heal people, and yet they come here in their thousands to watch him look at them. This has got to be one really powerful gaze.
I put my skeptical thoughts to one side. It's time to experience Bratzo's gaze for myself. Maybe it'll all make sense when I actually see him.
There's been a lot of build-up to this, watching everyone gathering here, hundreds of people. I'm really excited.
Very warm welcome to
your encounter with Brazzo's giving gaze. Brazzo will enter this little platform behind me in a few minutes. He will not talk to you. He will not touch you. He will not tell you a philosophy, and he will not tell you how you should live your life. He will gaze. You decide to say yes to this gift or not. If you are physically able to stand up, please to stand up.
Als u in staat bent fysiek om te staan.
It's my honor and my pleasure to introduce to you Brazzo.
Okay. Maybe it works when he locks eyes on me. Or maybe not. But other people in the room are having some sort of spiritual experience. As the 10 minutes in Brazzo's company ends, I get the distinct impression I'm missing out on something. Maybe his management team can tell me what's going on.
I consider Brazzo as one of the greatest blessings in my life. This is something emotional, and this you can't explain.
He doesn't do anything at all. And just by gazing at them, something is flowing through him, is coming through him, what people can experience and feel.
Yeah. A lot of people call it simply love.
To get answers here, I need to speak to the man himself.
Is there any chance of having a word with him?
He doesn't give any media interviews at all because he doesn't want to influence people.
If he would do that with you, he would have to do it with everybody who comes here.
I really didn't feel that energy and that, whatever that thing is that they told me that I would feel. I have to admit, by the time he comes out, you've mythologized him to such an extent, I think he could have brought a block of wood out, put it on that podium, and people would have gone, "Oh my God, it's happening."
Like Brazzo, the people I've met who claim their minds can influence the world around them seem to rely heavily on what others are supposedly believing. But are these practitioners of mind power really doing anything themselves?
I really want to see something tangible, something you can really get hold of and say, that is mind power.
I'm on the hunt for people who profess to be able to perform miracles using just the power of their minds.
Oh my God! That was like my worst nightmare.
I've met people who claim to defy biology, and even my personal dream come true, levitate a body. But so far, I haven't seen any hard evidence of superpowers. But at last, in Croatia, I think I may have found a man who can actually prove his extraordinary abilities. This man can swim almost 300 meters underwater. He can hold his breath for over 9 minutes, which could render a normal human being unconscious. These amazing triumphs of mind over matter have earned him a world record. His name is Goran Kolak, aka the human fish. I'm hoping that he can pass on some of his superhuman secrets to me. Goran's been underwater for 7 minutes already.
What he can do, looking at it, is absolutely... He's phenomenal. He's mind-boggling.
Goran puts himself through a grueling training regime every single day. The level you'd expect of an Olympic athlete. After over 8 minutes underwater, he's still not moving at all. But finally, he comes up for air.
Nice to meet you.
Hey.
You must be out of breath, yeah?
Yeah, kinda.
How long was that?
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
You want to try?
I would love to try. I'm not sure how long I could do. I have the overwhelming desire to breathe.
Yeah, of course. The most important thing is that you're being relaxed and think about nothing, really. And then, when you get to the point when you need to breathe, then stay down.
Time to show Goran some of my own skills.
I'm going to show you the Yorkshire dive.
Yeah, I'm very anxious to see it.
But my attempts to impress my teacher have backfired.
You're going in as slowly as possible. So you will not elevate your heart rate. You want to be relaxed, you know?
You don't get too excited.
Of course.
Which is what I did.
You can. So pretty much now, I will give you no pointers. You just hold your breath. And then afterwards, I will give you some pointers and see how much will you improve.
Will simply clearing my mind help me resist the basic human urge to breathe?
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Sure enough, after only a few seconds, I'm screaming out to do just one thing.
Are you okay? That was not really long.
30 seconds, the great attempt.
I thought I could maybe do longer.
This is like normal breathing with longer pauses in between your breaths, right?
So how important is my mind in all this?
In this discipline, it's really important. Okay,
Yeah.
so because you're fighting the biggest urge of mammal, the urge to breathe. Okay, this is like the basic need.
You're saying I can use my mind to affect my physical body.
You really try to be relaxed as much as you can. So you relax your hands, your legs, your everything. If your legs sink down and your arms sink down, it doesn't matter. Just breathe slowly, like you're sitting calm on sofa. You take 3 or 4 deep breaths, and then you will do one final big inhale and start holding your breath, okay?
Using Goran's technique to focus on my mental power, I'm going under again.
Just relax your hands. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Just give me the sign you're okay. Excellent.
The seconds tick away, and I stay focused on Goran's advice.
Hold a little bit more. Okay. I will give you a sign in 5 seconds.
I start using mind power I'd no idea I even had.
Try to hold it a little bit more. What is the time?
Almost 2 minutes.
Almost 2 minutes. Excellent. Go up. Breathe. 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 Excellent.
It was what?
3 seconds less than 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
So you improved 4 times.
Wow. 2 minutes. Woo. Wow. It really shows how much the mind is in control of the body, you know, and in control of our perceived limits of what we're capable of. I mean, just there, just with a few words, he got me to improve my performance by 4 times. That's absolutely incredible. So, and I know there's people out there that think we can push that to whatever, levitation or telekinesis, and I don't know, if you can improve in that short space of time, who knows what we're capable of. I'm certainly discovering more about the secret of mind power, but I'm still no closer to finding my old favorite, levitation. From the comfort of my sofa, I stumble across another extraordinary type of mind power. People who claim to be able to set objects alight with their bare hands. Well, apparently there's this guy called Dynamo Jack who looks like he sets paper on fire with his hands. It looks absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, he disappeared, hasn't been seen since this video was made. But within a few clicks, fire, hands, I've come across somebody just as extraordinary.
an Eastern master who seems to have the same incredible power.
Ah, here we go. Master Zhou. He's the new Dynamo Jack. Well, I say new, he's about 80. And he lives in LA. But it looks like he can do the same things. Excellent. What do you think, Doc?
In his home in LA, some of Hollywood's biggest players have visited Master Zhou. The LA Lakers, even the Dalai Lama, have all experienced his healing powers. And now, it's my turn. Master Zhou's long journey to becoming a master of healing began when he was a child back in China.
生病的时候，我的舅舅看到我生病了，就叫我气功。
Qigong is an ancient Chinese study of the body's inner energy, or qi. Zhou claims this has helped him develop his powers to such an extent that he can generate a heat directly from his hands that can heal disease. And I've got an appointment to see Zhou putting his Qigong into practice.
Hi, hello.
Hi, I'm Simon.
My name is June.
Hi, June.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you very much.
Zhou's home doubles as his clinic. He charges up to $100 an hour to his patients and says he has treated and cured serious illnesses, including cancer.
This is my grandfather. 爷爷他是 Seson， 他是从英国来的。
Zhou's arranged for me to watch him at work with a long-term patient of his. Catherine has cancer and came to him for help after years of conventional treatment.
I have seen him since last year, September. Master Zhou is like my lifesaver. All my friends and family notice that I can talk louder and walk faster. It's amazing.
Zhou claims he can direct his heat down to the location of the disease in Catherine. To protect patients from the full force of his energy, Zhou says he reflects the fierce heat using tinfoil wrapped in a wet towel. I'm told you can actually see steam during the process.
It feels like the energy is going through me and I can feel the warmth and it's like heating up. I was like, wow, you're some real.
There's been very few times in my life when my jaw has literally fallen to my knees. I just went, there was steam or smoke coming off. He creates this sort of heat. I can't get my head around, actually. But this looks like something you can actually see, you can visually see. And you can feel it in the room, you can feel it heating up.
Master Zhou's treatment looks incredible. But there is one well-known trick I've been told to look out for. If Zhou had managed to add some sodium nitrate to the water, then it would create instant heat when it touched the aluminium. So we watched Zhou closely as he prepared. But the water came directly from the tap, and the everyday tinfoil and paper towel didn't appear to be tampered with either.
Face down.
Yeah.
Right.
And when it was my turn, I have to confess, it did feel like a deep warmth was flooding my body. So if there is a trick, it's very convincing.
It's not just a tingling warmth. It's like a blowtorch. Hot.
Master Zhou treats people for up to 16 hours a day. But he's got enough healing energy left to turn up the heat at the end of my session.
Holy sherbet. Wow. That felt incredible. It's very weird being here in America, in Los Angeles, the very heart of the West, and yet I'm getting this incredible taste of the East. Maybe it's something to do with my, Western mind. I'm looking at, what is it? Is he doing something? Is there some trickery? But it's just water from the tap. It's just a paper towel. It's just Bako foil. How do you account for it?
Master Zhou's brought his Eastern beliefs to the West. And while many have bought into his vision, many believe he's just using tricks to miraculous effect. Back home in China, he'd be among people who accept the existence of inner energy and a culture that celebrates mind power.
I need to think in a different way about this, Get out of my Western head and get into my Eastern head.
If mind power does exist, maybe it'll help to be surrounded by believers. So on my quest to find someone who can levitate, I'm heading east. My search for the perfect expression of mind power has brought me to China. Myths and legends telling extraordinary acts of human achievement have brought me here. And I've heard that somewhere in this vast country, there are a few religious men who claim to have mastered the ultimate superpower: levitation. The remote Jingfu Temple is home to some of China's legendary Shaolin monks. The monks here have established a reputation as men of profound wisdom. Through meditation and qi, they have learned to master the mind and body. I've read accounts of how the wisest monks could naturally rise in the air when they reach a state of religious ecstasy. One of the temple's elders has agreed to answer some of my questions.
Master Yanfu, what can a man hope to achieve in their lifetime through the power of meditation, the power of the mind?
禅是离不了无，无也离不了禅，他们是方修的身心，它是代表身心方修。无是代表身，禅是代表修心，它是修静、修定。无是修动，它就是动静结合的。
It's been a personal dream of mine to see someone levitate. In your opinion, do you think there could be someone out there who could achieve levitation?
听说过这人在山上，在这个西藏有过这样的，就是高僧大德。现在我还没有见到。这样能悬空的人有，但是他今年都100多岁了，150多岁的人，他们就能悬空，就能悬空。
Astonishing to hear. Is there anyone here at the temple who could levitate?
没有。
A 150-year-old in Tibet. I've seen some extraordinary things in this series, but I think this may be pushing it a step too far. So perhaps it's time to admit defeat and accept levitation is beyond the limits of mind power. But some of what I've seen has totally baffled my rational mind. Like the extraordinary people born with bizarre powers. Bieber, the human battery. Or Zamora, the pain king. Both born with genuine abilities beyond the reach or desire of most of us. On the other hand, I've seen tribes like the Debus who spend a lifetime training themselves to achieve their special powers, and the unbreakable monk who's broken through barriers of strength and pain endurance. But then there are the people I met whose abilities are hard to define. whose real power could be in the way they convince those around them of their gifts. The healers, the shamans,
Seriously. Oh, yeah.
and of course, the magnetic people. I may not have found a miracle as such, but these extraordinary individuals have opened my eyes to just how far we can push our bodies and minds if we dream of achieving something extraordinary. As I get ready to fly home, I do wonder whether I was mad to ever think that human beings could levitate. But the monk at Jingfu still believes. And if there's one thing I've learned about mind power, it's if you believe in something hard enough, then what you wish for can sometimes come true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. Made my dream come true.
His lads are still trying to survive the island. Could there be two camps emerging? They're certainly not happy, that's for sure. 10 o'clock next Monday. Tomorrow, are you itchy? Don't worry, Embarrassing Bodies Live docs can see you at 10. That's at 10, not 8. But coming up, they're actually watching Man vs. Weird in Gogglebox.